Hi everybody, welcome to Derailed podcast. I'm here with Cody instead of Joey this time.
Hey, I'm a substitute.
Substitute, Joey might drop in mid conversation, so if that happens, well, don't be startled. It might be a jump scare. But to start with, let's start with Pokemon. Because I know Cody's a huge fan of Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. Joey, if he ever shows up, is a huge fan of Pokemon.
Yep.
It's a good subject. And what better subject than Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl? So, Cody, how do you feel about this fucking terrible game? I hate it. sorry. I started a little early. You're supposed to go first, Cody. Go ahead.
um, I'm like, I'm liking it for the most part. Most part, once you ignore the entire mansion and that nitpick every single minutia of graphics.
Well, for me, my problem is it's it's kind of a first of all, it's obviously imperfect. It's how should I describe it? It's a really faithful remake of Diamond and Pearl when it should be a remake of Platinum. It's also how should I describe it? It had it. I know it's bad to harp on like, oh, Pokemon games are too easy, but I had to have two separate Pokemon teams just to not be up grossly over leveled in this game. Hey, Cody's here. Oh, Joey's here.
There we go.
We just started.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah, you just got here. We were talking about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and how much I hate it and why I hate it. So, as a quick repeat for Joey, I hate it because A, it's a remake of Diamond and Pearl and not a remake of Platinum, and B, it's way too easy, like grossly too easy because due to the experience share, which the original Diamond and Pearl were not made with in mind, you get way too over leveled too easily to the point where I had to have two Pokemon teams just to not be over leveled.
See, I don't know. I find the too easy arguments falling apart more and more because they're all getting that way. It's literally just they all are. Obviously back in the 2010s.
Yeah, like, and even if we don't want to factor it, literally the hardest part of any Pokemon game has always been early game. Once you literally get a collection, it's literally just match the weaknesses.
I agree with that. Like, mostly, but even this for me is like you don't even need to match the weaknesses because you'll be so over leveled that you could just body anything. It's getting...
well, Jesse, it'd be
different
if this was the easiest one, but like that's still like there's still no contest for that. That's Omega and Alpha.
I don't know. I thought Omega and Alpha were at least a little harder than that.
Dude, they gave you a Latios.
Yeah, like they just straight up gave you one of the fastest Pokemon in the region.
They gave you a Dragon Psychic type, which is disgustingly powerful.
But I would like to argue you could just not use the Latios, whereas in this game you don't have a choice on the experience player.
That's the worst argument you can make in any Pokemon game because by that logic I could just use only Whirlpulse and just be hard mode.
Yeah, no, like what the hell are you talking about? Bottom line is this: I could literally just use Metapod with only hard and red and blue, and it's the hardest Pokemon game.
Okay, fair enough.
What's your point? You know?
I guess for me, I'm just getting bored of it.
That's like... fine. That's fair, but that's personal. That's not an allegory towards why it's bad. Because Diamond and Pearl originally were good even without Platinum. They were slow, but this one sped it up a little bit.
To be fair, I always thought vanilla Diamond and Pearl were actually kind of boring compared to other Pokemon games.
Because they were slow. I just said why. Yeah. That was the entire issue that people had with Diamond and Pearl before Platinum came out. Even Platinum was a little slow. Like it had the a lot of content, but like the story, the combat,
like the major game changer when Platinum was straight up to tutors because it allowed you to set up very competent move sets much earlier.
Yeah, and they shoved like I don't remember. Was Technician in 4 or 5? Cuddy?
Tech, techni- technician was in Gen 4, but it was on very few Pokemon in that one before
Yeah,
hidden
yeah,
abilities.
yeah. Breloom got it in Gen 5, but Caesar became big in Gen 2. But also you had Pokemon like Gliscor, you had Pokemon like Togekiss, able to utilize abilities in a way that had never been seen in 3, mixing items from 2 and making synergies that had never been done before. Diamond and Pearl did that. Platinum like didn't expand on it; it just existed with it. But Diamond and Pearl did that. They forced synergy to be at its utmost in Pokemon. Changed the game, honestly, in terms of competitive, at least.
Fair enough, especially with the physical special split, absolutely shaking up every
Redef-
Pokemon.
Definitely.
Honestly, physical special split was like a huge thing even for casual, because let's be honest here. You can't convince me that punching people with lightning is not a physical move. You can't convince me.
Dude, Flareon's entire move set became not garbage almost.
Actually, most Darks types were not garbage at that point.
Well, like there, I'm trying to think because like you had Sneasel, you had Mightyena, fucking there were a lot of physical based dark
Absol was a
types, which
popular
really
Yeah,
one.
confusing.
Absol was a popular one with with the Gen 3 was like the most jank thing.
I'm sorry, Mega Absol should have mixed Fairy in with it. I
Um,
100% think
I'm
that
I'm
that
not as hard upon it either way, if I still like the fact that Mega Absol can actually make use of special moves.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a big thing for me is whenever like you get a mega evolution, I feel like it should be the culmination of what people, the fans, want the Pokemon to be, as opposed to what the game company wants the Pokemon to be.
Well, we did that, but then we got Mega Kangaskhan, and look what happened.
Well, okay. To be
I mean,
fair, I
to be
love
fair, they
Mega
nerfed the poop out of it.
Kangaskhan.
They nerfed the poop out of it in Sun and Moon. To be fair, so Sun and Moon, it's okay. It's okay because it doesn't double stat attacks. But in X and Y, fuck that goddamn parent.
We all wanted to child the fight. We did think of the consequences.
Dude, do you remember the fucking back in the day when everyone's like, oh, Cubo's just a baby Kangaskhan with his mama's skull, and then it evolves into its mama's skull's adult, and it's a vicious cycle. That was a thing. That was like a rumor. I remember the Peekaboo one too, which was just fucking Meryl.
I can't remember, but I think there was an old Pokemon like side thing that mentioned that the skull is just a hand me down. It's not like actually ripping the skull out. Which
But like what do you mean a hand me down?
Like-
That's been more of up in the air thing, because both older and modern dex entries do strongly imply that it's
That's
that it's
true.
from the parent.
And the dex entries are what we usually go for, like the consistent dex entries. Let's be fair. If they contradict each other, usually it's the most recent that's
so
considered
we all
canon.
agree Magcargo's hotter than the sun.
Yes, and we also agree that the biology of the universe in Pokemon is different to the biology in our universe, as opposed to that,
That's
because
true.
otherwise it would be gone.
That's true.
You know, fucking they flooded the earth and nobody died. You know, when that can happen, I give up. I'm not trying to be a scientist with this game. I don't envy the scientists in this game. I think that they have the hardest job in all of fucking fiction. Being like, oh, hey, we're actually the SCP Foundation.
Yeah.
We just named them.
Well, speaking of being scientists, the actual subject I wanted to talk about was Legend of Arceus, where you get to be the Pokemon scientist.
I'm so ready.
Oh yeah.
I already pre-ordered it.
I'm too poor
Yeah,
to
like-
pre-order it.
Yeah,
Everyone-
like I'm not pre-ordering it, but I'll probably get it at some point myself.
Because like everyone's like, oh, it's a little empty, and I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
it's open.
it's-
Dumbass, it's open world. What do you
Well, it's
think
Breath
it's
of
gonna be?
well, it's Monster Hunter World style, but like bigger. So not Monster Hunter World. Have you ever played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
I've seen it.
No, but I've seen some footage.
Okay, so Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has large, open, wide areas that you can just traverse around however you want, but they're split into sections. So it's kind of like that, but but like they're huge in Arceus, right?
I do kind of
That
like
way-
that idea for open worlds. It does mean that you can give each section its own personality.
Well, its own section, its own personality, but like it saves it from being compared to Breath of the Wild, which is a dangerous slope these days, and Genshin Impact is already at the top of that slope.
Being compared to Breath of the Wild is an unfair bar that we've now must set for everything.
Oh no, it's a game style.
Well, game styles. Well, games of
Yeah.
that style.
It's like when a game is compared to Team. It was compared to Team Fortress 2, but like they started comparing it to Overwatch once that was out for a little while.
But that took a while for Overwatch to take over Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
Well, I
and now
mean-
look where Watch it is basically 6 feet under.
Yeah, because Blizzard is 6 feet under.
Well, they might get dug up by
you,
Microsoft,
Andy.
maybe.
Oh, I mean, Phil isn't much better. Motherfucker doesn't even know what a union does.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And that's the entire thing they've been asking for. He's like, I don't really get much into unions. I'm like, oh no.
Damn
Oh,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, like I'm like the one thing that I'm annoyed at, even though I don't play Overwatch anymore, is that they for some reason changed McCree's name.
That
mean,
was.
I bet you it was because there was like a whiskey or some shit with his name, and they're like,
No,
"How
it's
dare
'cause he was
you
named
put it
after
in
a-
a video game?"
What it was is he was named after a developer who got accused of sexual stuff.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
fair.
but I mean, that's not really fair because who the fuck is gonna think McCree is gonna have similarities unless you actually know the fucking dev background.
Let me flip this though. Everybody knows the dev background, and so somebody's gonna give
Everyone
him
in the
nickname
Blizzard
to-
community does, but you see
I
the
know,
average
but like
Joe.
Overwatch is the top of the Blizzard community. Like WoW like had its day, but Overwatch is the peak. That's like what they shall.
It's
Right?
true. Even
So
if you're not directly related to Overwatch, someone in the Overwatch community would be like, "Hey, you know
So,
this thing about McCree?"
All they have to do is all they have to do is give him one nickname, and they'll do it. And they have to call him McCree the rapist. That's all they have to do, and they'll do it. And then it's done. It's over.
Oh, they'll
It's
never
over.
blatantly call him the rapist. They'll find something else. They'll call him the
Are
high
you
noon
kidding me?
rapist. They'll call
The
him the high.
Overwatch players won't use the word rapist. Oh,
Oh,
you're
that-
funny.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like I do agree with you on that at least because like I've been around the Mercy discussions. Oh my god, you would
It's toxic. It's so toxic. Why
Like-
is it so toxic? They're just lovable characters.
like actual witch hunting over people liking the result.
Dude, the result is so useful. It's useful. Like, what do you want? What do you want? They have one in League of Legends. Don't
we
bitch.
don't want supports to feel powerful and impactful. They must be the arbitrary babysitters to the
That's
DPS
right.
who get to have all the fun.
People
You stay
like
in the back and you stand behind me and heal me and shut up. But the
people
medic
who
didn't do
complain
that in
about that
TF2.
stuff usually
You
have an
wished you
overpowered
were the
character they love more.
Not a lot of people play the medic in there, but by God, the medic in Team Fortress just gave you so much power.
Dude, that was the point. That's the point of what Mercy was supposed to do. She was supposed to be an analog to the medic. And taking away her resurrection ability makes her not analogous to the medic anymore. It just makes her, God, nothing. She just stands behind
sad
you.
and pathetic.
Yeah, she just stands behind people and holds the button down. She doesn't try to get kills ever because she can't res people in a TF. So why the fuck would you go in on a TF? I don't know, man. Fucking. I think that my favorite character was Zenyatta, though. Just throw my balls at people's
Yeah,
face. It's pretty funny.
For me, literally, my favorite character was Mercy, which is why I was so part of those dumpster fires.
Oh, like, wasn't there, there's like this, purple-haired chick who everyone argues, is she an ADC? Is she a healer? She's got, like, red hair with, like, a white stripe in it.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
Like, I don't, like, I don't, Like, I don't know. I would definitely need like a picture or something to be able to remember who the fuck it was,
Yeah.
because there was a few purple-haired characters.
Yeah, let me
I
just
feel like
get
the
the
last
goddamn.
like 2 or 3 Overwatch characters, I've completely forgotten who they were. Like I
Yeah,
always
pretty
keep.
much. Like I can remember the classic list, but classic fit list and Anna, but anyone else, you would be hard pressed for me to get an answer from.
I think after the hamster, everything else just seems so blasé that it's like I just forget it.
Well, yeah, it didn't help that they were practically just crapping out DPSs over and over again.
Moira.
DPS is
It's Moira. Everyone hates Moira. I've
Oh
heard.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like with Moira, there was already a character that kind of was like her, a different hacker chick.
That would be Sombra. They played kind of different, but my biggest issue with Moira is that it's such a sour note after fucking Mercy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Moira doesn't feel like she's supposed to be a troll character. At least, Sombra feels like she's supposed to be that way. You know, that's her point. Is that you need to play against her hacking, and you need to plan for it, and you need to snipe her the moment you see her. You know, it feels like that's the way it's supposed to be, and she's squishy because of it. But Moira isn't. She could just do everything. She could heal, and she'll get gold healing.
Yeah,
She can
which is
deal
why
damage.
it's such a sour point with me with the Mercy ult change because fucking straight up, what would have been the best counter for a character that did everything? A character that fucking undid everything.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things.
Well, then they announced Overwatch 2 like a long ass time ago, and then they've showed us nothing about it.
I wasn't that excited over it. It was basically campaign DLC.
Oh, I know. I wasn't excited about it either.
It's a way to get money.
But it is notable that like they dropped it and then did nothing.
Well, it's a way to get money.
I know.
Yep, and here on the launch of Overwatch 2, here comes 20 more fucking DPSs because nobody plays the other roles.
Yeah, no, I want more tanks. Damn it! I play Reinhardt and I play Roadhog all the time, and I enjoy those.
Like my roles were fucking taking support halt to die. Fuck DPS.
But
Zenyatta's probably the only DPS I've ever played, and it's because I throw balls in people's face.
But the gun goes pew pew, guys. It's more fun.
Shut your face, Jesse.
Closest to DPS I've ever played was Anna and just going ham with the Reinhardt hammer.
The only time I've ever actually played was when I was at Joey's. I just played Bastion, and that was fun.
Bastion's fun. He just runs in and defends the pack. You know, he's a good boy.
You just put him on the payload. You put him on the payload and
yeah, Bastion and Reinhardt together are undefeatable.
I wouldn't say undefeatable, but yeah, everyone. But yeah, the other teams would be fucking pissed.
If you're ideal and not a shit player, then yes, they could be possibly undefeatable. But it's if you have to be good.
Which honestly, if you're just playing randos online.
You're not. Oh, I mean, we can't say that for sure, but I would want to say that for sure, but we can't say that for sure.
Well, as me and Cody learned when we play Halo, we always find that one like team of badasses.
Oh, dude, there are some because here's what you need to know now, right? Halo 3's online is dead.
Oh yeah.
Which means they're gonna transmigrate to you and murder you.
Hey, I started with the original Halo 3. I basically long-distance transmigration.
That's fine, but here's my question. How long has it been since you played a Halo game? Okay, then shut up.
Look, let's not get too far ahead with that. There's still Master Chief Collection, so there's still technically Halo 3.
I mean, that the online for that's not on either. I don't think.
I think it's still on for now.
MCC is on.
I think they promise they'll keep it on until Infinite's fully out.
I think that they're gonna take everything, but like they would never dare to do it to Reach. I think everything but Reach and 4.
They would not dare do it to Reach.
Nah,
would
if
never do it. Dude,
if there was any Halo games they wouldn't take the online off for MCC, it's going to be 3 and Reach.
Well, there are 3 shooting games that they will never kill the online for. Okay, and you can agree or disagree. Modern Warfare 2, Battlefield 4, Halo Reach.
Hey, my boy Titanfall 2 is still alive.
Barely breathing.
I don't know, Matt. Man, if you get into the lobby with the Twitch streamer, you're gonna have a bad time.
God.
Just sit there. So, how's your day going? Pretty boring. Not a lot of people in the game.
This is why I want to always, that's why I want to switch all my handles to, watch, just advertise my YouTube channel.
I mean, go ahead.
just watch it. Yeah, just set yourself to YouTube accounts and just see how fast you get.
I mean, and every YouTuber had to do that at some point. You know, Ego Raptor had to go door to door with his name.
Oh, I'm just so terrified of it. The internet scares me.
I'm sure, and people are gonna be mean to you. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
to you
I
and
can
say,
handle
don't be
meanness.
perfect,
It's just, there's other
Then what
shit.
are you scared of? What, are you scared they're gonna come and take your butt? What are you scared of? Tell me. Tell Uncle Joey.
Doxing.
What? From who? What did you do?
Nothing. But some people just do that.
Jesus Christ!
Like I know,
Okay.
like if I don't remember specifically, but I know me and Jesse had at some point said some very horrible shit in the Let's Plays.
That's just normal. Okay.
It's
Literally,
it's
the last
normal,
episode
but,
I
yeah.
just recorded with Dylan, we were like, yeah, the Germans in World War I weren't that bad.
Oh, I mean, in World War One, they weren't as bad as World War Two. So
Nope.
contextually, you're not wrong.
And you
But,
know
like-
what? And as we pointed out, the Allies were also really shit during World War One, so everybody was
Oh,
shit.
dude. Oh, okay. That's just okay. I'm gonna just dissect this real quick. Everyone was shit, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was shit, and then America did one thing, and I guess it just stopped.
Dude, we nuked a civilian area instead of a military outpost. We're awful.
We're talking about World War II. I thought we were talking about World War One.
I'm just talking about how awful people are in
Oh, yeah.
general. Because like Americans are no, we have oil. We give oil. Will you give us oil? Says Japan. No, then we'll bomb you. Okay, now we'll fight because you attacked our oil.
Ugh.
That's America's modus operandi, dude. I was scared to put oil in my skillet while I was cooking today because I was scared I'd get invaded.
Just you go to the bathroom, come in, and see a giant American flag over your skillet.
Dude, it's like Petopia or some shit. They just put an American flag on my lawn. Fucking garbage. I hate it so much. Everyone's like, well, no, we're just peacekeepers. And I'm like, no, you're freedom fighters. What if firefighters fight? Fires. What if freedom fighters fight? Okay, good. Shut up. Fucking garbage. We're devolving though. We're devolving for video games so far. Let's get back on that.
Okay, let's go back to original thing. Another thing I want to talk about Pokemon. Other Monster Tamer games. How about that?
I
yes, I can't believe it's not Pokemon category.
I owned Daigenchu Katsu Telefang 2 when I was a kid because
yeah?
I traded it for a Pokemon toy with a neighbor, and he thought it was Pokemon Sapphire from Japan, but in fact, it's literally Digimon that you call on a phone.
Yeah.
Literally, you call them on phones, and you transform them by giving them shit like lawnmowers. It's so fucking weird. And I remember, like, I beat the damn game, but it wouldn't hold a save, so I had to beat it in one run.
So,
Man, it was garbage. But like other monster, like I don't know, man. I've been on this kick. I was on this kick like 2-3 years ago, where a bunch of people were really pissed off about like Persona ripping off Pokemon, and I'm just like, Shin Megami Tensei was the first monster capture game.
Yeah, that
What
one
are you
came
talking
first.
about? What are you talking about?
Pokemon-
Digimon came out first, technically too, but it was something completely different.
Well, the original Digimon, the original Pokemon were developed at pretty much the exact same time. So.
No, Digimon was a pocket monster thing. It was a monster capture thing for
Oh
reality.
right,
It was
that
made
too.
first.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Holy shit.
That was
Yeah.
how it started. And then when it came out, it was just that, but in video game format.
But yeah,
So it's like different, but like not better, but different.
I mean, Neopets. It's just like.
Neopets is just a whole like I don't know what to say about Neopets.
Neopets is a weird thing.
Neopets is the weirdest fucking rabbit hole.
Like I enjoy Neopets. Like the concept, the building, all the cards and stuff. Their designs, their art, interesting, right? Their lore, not bad, but like it's really hard to get into higher play of that game. Like
I've
really difficult.
Never actually played a Neopets game like ever.
Neopets.
It's a
was
really
just a
weird
browser
rabbit
game.
hole. I wouldn't recommend it unless I wouldn't recommend touching them unless you're really committed.
Or we
the-
have a Let's Play channel where it'd be fun.
It's a long form. Don't do it.
Okay.
But if you were going to do one, there's only one browser-based game I still play around with, and it's the Battlelon series.
Battle
So like Adventure Quest, Mech Quest, Dragon Fable.
Ah man, that takes me back.
Dude, fucking, I still got my level 150. But
Yeah.
it was a funny game, dude. I remember they made the original Leroy Jenkins parody.
Yeah, I still remembered like the long running Mythbusters gang.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I miss it, and I play it every now and then. But like right now, I'm without a computer, so I've like fun fact talking on the phone right now. But I'm without a computer at the moment. So basically, what I'm working with is memories. I'm also hoping that they'll eventually transmigrate Adventure Quest 3D to consoles at some point because
My God, when I mentioned Neopets, I didn't expect I had some Neopets fans in this conversation.
Dude, Jesse,
I just got blasted.
let me tell you something, Jesse.
Like I'm not the
have-
biggest fan. I'm not a big fan of it, but I just had the unfortunately of having a crash course on the thing.
Oh, did you watch Down the Rabbit Hole?
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's such a good show.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's quite the rabbit hole.
But Neopets, I value the concept of it. They had a whole ass economy in there.
I heard about that.
Well, like you know how World of Warcraft is not as surprising because it's mostly adults.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's surprising because it's mostly children.
Well, it's funny because then you look at Roblox and it's like, well, holy shit, children could do weird shit.
It's legit the second coming
It's like
of Neopets to me.
It's weird because it's like once it's like that sounds like a freak accident, but then it happens again and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
The government come and try and take my baby.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming to take our Neopets.
That's my Shoiryu, whatever the fuck it was called.
I've been as Joey pointed out, I've been kickstarting some Kindred Fates and various other monster catching games. I've been looking. There are a lot of monster training games coming out soon. And a lot of them look really weird.
Hey, let me look at what I've kickstarted because I've kickstarted some good games and one NSFW game that's really fun looking.
God,
Okay, if you mention the NSFW one, keep it down low.
Don't worry, it's you have to go into it to find that.
Gotcha.
But it's a beat 'em up. But Kindred Fates, The Last Faith, which is basically 2D Bloodborne. Curse of the Sea Rats, which is an American Tale but with rats, and it's a Metroidvania. I kickstarted Uden Chronicles, which is I'm really excited for that.
Oh, that's the Suikoden. Nobody's making Suikoden, so we're doing it ourselves game.
And it looks way better, yeah. Yeah, no, that one is the third most kickstarted game of all time too. So I'm really happy to be a part of that one.
See, my
Sky
problem with
Climbers.
Kickstarters is I always hear about them after they're done, and I'm like, oh.
See,
Yeah, it's either you hear them after they're done, or you hear the money laundering going on.
see, you don't though, because I kept showing them to you.
No,
Shut up,
you,
Jesse.
you only ever showed me the Suikoden one and Kindred Fates. Those are the only ones. These other ones are the
showed
first
you
time I've heard of them.
Kindred Fates. I showed you Sky Climbers. I showed you Uden Chronicles. I showed you The Last Faith, and I showed you Curse of the Sea Rats. I did not show you Detained.
Those Sky Chronicles and Curse of the Sea Rats, and that one in between Kindred Fates and the Suikoden one. These are the first times I've heard of these. So no, you didn't show them.
I did. I sent you links.
Did you send me, or did you send like Izzy and then didn't send
you
it to me?
links. I sent you links because I don't send Izzy these links usually because what the fuck's he gonna do?
Okay, well, you got to make sure I'm paying attention before you send me stuff.
God damn it!
Can't just throw stuff in the void and expect me to pay
Oh,
attention.
okay. So I'm right, is what you're saying, and you're trying to deflect now.
Okay, what I'm saying is
Gotcha.
I don't know
I think
because
it's
I
more of a
wasn't looking.
goalpost shift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, bottom line is this, Jesse. I made the point. Don't take it away.
What I'm saying is I don't know whether you've actually sent them or not because
I
apparently I
did.
wasn't paying attention. I only have
But
your
I
word for
was.
it. I only have
I
the word of
was.
my good friend, and that's not good enough.
Christ, this has happened before too, and you act like I'm not good enough, and I'm like, but I was right, and you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry, Joey. Every time.
Listen,
Cody.
you
Every
give me
goddamn time.
evidence that you're right, and I'll be like, oh, okay, you're right, Joey. I'm sorry, but until then.
Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, no. So I sent you the Sky Climbers one, and I told you it was a fucking. You could build your own cities as well as like having your own cultures, and have monster taming.
Sky Climbers. I actually knew about Sky Climbers before you sent me that one. I just didn't do it.
Hold on, wait. What did he just say, Cody? Hold on, Tony.
He
No.
didn't know about it.
Oh gosh, could you not? Is that what happens?
Oh yeah.
Oh, god damn, this gaslighting son of a bitch.
Joey, I've never gaslighted anyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what, Jesse? If you keep talking and I light this fire and it explodes, we're gonna have problems, buddy. Okay? Because you're gaslighting me. Fucking turd biscuit. Jiminy Christmas. So the other one I did was called fucking. It was called. Where the fuck? No. They don't want to show my projects. There it is. Detained, Too Good for School. It's a beat 'em up, and it's a sequel to another beat 'em up, and it's got big tit girls in it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's about it. But it's got a lot of RPG elements too.
Oh, that's good.
You know, to go along with the big boobs. But it's a good looking beat 'em up. If you have a good looking beat 'em up, which there aren't a lot these days.
They got
I'll
River
get it.
City Girls 2 coming out soon.
The first one's pretty good.
Yeah, and now they have the sequel coming, so it'll probably be even better. Probably.
But what I want is the Scott Pilgrim versus the World beat 'em up sequel. I want that.
That's not happening because the first one's already perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. They
It's
don't
not
need
perfect enough.
I know.
No, it's not. It's not
It's not
done.
perfect enough.
It's not enough. I want more. There's more. There's more graphic novel for them to play around with. They could give me a customizable character that I could make look like a stupid motherfucking Mario ripoff. I don't know, but they could do more.
You could do more. You know, they could give us like TV series or something. You know, that actually does the novels and the comics.
Michael Cera pissed me the fuck off in that movie. What a whiny little bitch. Like, he doesn't even know how hard Scott had it in the graphic novels, where he had to actually confront his bad side and come to terms with the fact that he's not really a great person, but he can be better. Which is what Nega Scott was. Didn't beat him up. He just became one with him. Came to terms with the fact that, hey, I've been kind of shitty.
Did he unlock a persona when he did it?
No, he just had a baby. It was
Okay.
himself.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think they hang out from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you'll see him hanging out, but like it's a much more deep and interesting like story in the graphic novel than it is in the movie, where it's just beat 'em up, beat 'em up. It's trying to be random com
God,
from the 2000s, which is random comedy, and it's the specialty
this is reminding
of the
me of
2000s.
a video I watched. I can't remember who it was. Who was talking about an old Flintstones comic that was weird as fuck. And,
Probably about as weird as when they said smoking was good for you on television.
well, what it was is it provided this like really like dark and depressing like universe, like a surprisingly real universe.
Jesse, is this just a creepypasta?
No, where like there's a comic where they show the life of like the vacuum cleaner and the hanger, and it's like weirdly depressing. And this is all like official comics. I can't remember who made the comic. This was such a long time ago. I gotta look this up later.
I'm looking for it now.
There was another scene where they were arguing. The hunter-gatherers were arguing against traditional marriage because it's a weird new idea. And Fred and Wilma are
I
like,
found
no,
one
cool.
where Fred's talking about they participated in a genocide.
Oh yeah. God, that's so weird. Dude, comics tend to get weird, man. I think I linked a recent comic where Knuckles fought Echidna Nazi army.
Oh, that's nothing, dude. Sonic cucked Tails.
Oh yeah, that too. I saw that one shortly after too.
Yeah, Archie comics are kind of fucked, man.
Oh no, he didn't actually cuck Tails.
He did.
He did.
Well, kind of.
He did. No, literally. He's like, so you thought the best way to do that was to sleep with her? And it's like, I didn't think you'd care.
Well,
that's exactly what that is.
No,
Jesse.
what it was Tails. What it was an alternate version of someone Tails once thought was his girlfriend, but was actually a robot. The robot was based on a real person. The real person had never actually met Tails, and Sonic dated her, and
That
Tails got all
matter.
incel rage thinking
That doesn't
she
matter.
belonged to him.
Tails believed it, so it's a cucking.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
but it's still
Tails
like
still got cooked by a hedgehog.
it's still weird as fuck. Tails going incel rage.
Nobody's, dude. Like, let's be clear. Sonic in the comics is pretty awful as a person.
Oh yeah.
His mom has no nose.
Oh, and then the girl ended up running off with that green hedgehog. What was his name?
Scourge?
Yeah, Scourge.
Dude, fucking Scourge. That's some deviant art right there.
like literally in my head, I was like, is this are we doing
It's
DA now?
It's real. It's real. It's real, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for dude. That like Sonic. I'll be real. There's part of like the idea of making your own character in a Sonic canon that's kind of interesting to me. But like Sonic Forces was the wrong way to go, where they just kowtowed only to the fact that you could do that and not have other fun shit you could do. You know what I mean? I'm excited for the new Sonic because I want to run at the speed of sound randomly up a mountain.
Oh yeah, they did
but
show that new
Forces
Sonic.
had a lot more narrative problems than just OCs.
It's OC. That was the reason that it was so bad, is because they only fixated on the fact that you could make an OC.
Ugh.
And so everything else was
bad,
Garbo.
especially after the Shadow DLC.
Yeah, because everything else was Garbo. They took it. Oh, and also it's you know the Sonic team curse, right? They do their job. Their deadline's at most 6 months, and so they rush and don't complete it.
One of these days, Sega will learn.
Dude.
Probably not.
Like, the funniest thing is that someone actually did prove your point, because like someone literally went out of their way to remaster Sonic 06.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's
doable.
been making the rules. It's awesome.
It's doable. It's doable. You know, all you got to do is you up the speed ratio of Sonic. You know, you fix the collision detection. You know, you change the design for a lot of characters. Don't have the hedgehog kiss a young girl.
Just hug. Just hug.
And literally optimize the loading screens. Dear God, optimize the loading screens.
Optimize the loading screens. Make all the variable characters play better. You know, like if they have a gun, make the gun feel good. You know, if they float, make the float feel good. And get a little flack for this. It didn't feel good in Adventure 1 or 2 to float. It felt nerve-wracking.
Well, that's
Because you would
those
descend
levels
faster
weren't
and
built for
faster.
it.
No,
I
dude,
I
the
think
levels.
1 was fine, especially after you got the jet influence. But I do agree with you on 2.
One, my issue was the collision detection hit it,
Oh yeah.
and that's why it didn't feel great. Because the collision detection in 1 is some of the worst because it's the first.
They were
But-
collision detection in Mario 64 isn't the best either. So.
Lefts and backwards long jump.
Oh yeah.
about to say some shit. Hold my tongue. I am of the mind that I already said this to Jesse. I think that Super Mario Sunshine has the worst physics of any 3D Mario game,
The
and it does.
problem
It's
with
awful.
Mario Sunshine is the same problem we have with the Sonic games. They was rushed out too soon.
Sunshine was actually in the cooker for a while.
Yeah,
But-
Sunshine had a lot of production time.
The problem is
it's
they
just
didn't-
that it didn't really play into a lot of the things it wanted to.
Like when you take the jet off, it doesn't play like Mario. It plays like Mario without the jet when he needs the jet.
Yeah.
So like the collision detection doesn't switch up to match the fact that you have no jet. It still bounces you around like crazy. Which or the famous Game Grumps scene where they fucking go into the divot in the pachinko machine and it just wings him the fuck out.
That whole
That's not
pachinko machine
uncommon.
needed fixing.
No, that's not uncommon throughout the game in any type of small opening.
That's true.
Like I will say, like out of the nozzles for me, the most annoying thing was like how the camera handled the turbo nozzle.
To be
Dude.
fair, you use the turbo nozzle
Yeah.
like twice in the game, and that's it.
You use it
Well,
twice.
well-
You use it twice officially, but the camera is set up so poorly in both scenarios when you're
Camera's
using the
not
damn
good.
thing.
The camera's not good at all.
Oh,
Like you had that game for Mario and Luigi's Mansion for Luigi, and the only reason Luigi's camera was better is because they fixed it.
well, fixed as in
That's
it was
the-
fixed.
Well, it was fixed into a specific spot in every scenario, usually, and it would just move back and forth.
Yeah.
But like Mario's, they'd had time, to work on N64 games, and there was a better. So, Cody, Jesse, have you heard of Ganbare Goemon as a
Yes.
video game series?
I have the 64 game. and
I
all of,
I have heard of it.
Okay, so they had 2 games on the N64, one of which was a hybrid game, which was really fun. But like the one I want to talk about is Goemon's Great Adventure, which Jesse owns.
Yes.
He's said.
I love the game.
It's
That's in the contender for next Let's Play.
It's a showcase of how to do a camera right in a 3D game at the beginning of 3D games. But consistent. It's mostly consistent. I
Fair
think the only times it gets weird is when you're like swimming, and sometimes it dips under and shit. But Mario 64 had a garbage camera too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it had been a curse for a while. Like Odyssey broke that curse hard. Like Odyssey had a great camera.
Like I'd say Mario 64's cam wasn't bad, but I wouldn't say it wasn't good either.
Well, the thing
Oh,
is it was also very experimental at the time, so.
Oh, it was that Lakitu shit. They gave it collision detection.
Ugh.
The fuck, bro? Now I can't go through walls.
Took it till
But it-
like.
And then you put it to Mario Cam, and you can't see shit.
Yeah, like that's a big issue,
Yeah, like,
why would you give my camera collision detection?
Yeah, but then it's like when you're not dealing with the collision and whatnot, the camera is okay and pretty malleable compared to
Or-
the one in Sunshine.
Well, right, but like Sunshine's camera never had like it's consistently kind of rough. But like this one is specifically extremely rough in a specific instance. I feel like they're equitable because of that.
Yeah. Let's not even get started on Galaxy's camera.
Shut up. You know what? Actually, I kind of like. I'm kind of all right with Galaxy's camera comparatively, but that's because I've been burned so many times.
Well, the thing with Galaxy's camera is that sometimes it'll just give up and let you like, and just like have your shadows appear on the other side of a wall. And it's like, I'm not even gonna try to get around this wall. Just look through the wall.
I think that every Mario game has done that at this point. In fact, if you look back, you'll probably see it.
Yeah, post Sunshine, all the 3D ones pretty much just said fuck it.
Oh, Odyssey, we had a solid camera.
Yeah.
Odyssey, I think is undeniably the greatest 3D Mario.
Yeah, like
game of all
Odyssey's camera is solid, but you also notice that like the vast majority of the camera use is in very wide and environmental maps, so you don't really challenge the camera that often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking to Jesse about when we were talking about fighting games and making a good game. You see Mario games and they're good Mario games, people say, but like, what does that really mean? You know? What is it?
He jumps good. That's what it means.
Jump goods, air physics is okay, and enemies have relatively responsive boxes, and you can change that. And you can do these enchanting on them, clear and decisive threat.
But there's not a. But the issues come in like Mario's never gonna have like a story like Paper Mario where it's much more deep and
Especially
interesting.
not after Super Paper Mario. Never again we'll get that.
Well, Super Paper Mario was the last time it was good.
Origami King's okay.
Origami King doesn't have leveling, and that pisses me off, and I hate it.
Origami King, unfortunately, is only okay.
I want an RPG to be an RPG, damn it. Give me my levels. Give me my moves.
Origami King is only okay, which is very, very underachieving the bar that's Paper Mario can do.
like the fact that
I don't know, comparing the fact that like the titles that came before it were Sticker Star and Color Splash,
okay,
I'd say that's a plus.
Now you're letting those games lower your mental bar. It's like, haha, those games suck so badly that we're gonna lower the bar on Paper Mario.
Yeah, the bar should be at the.
I'm not lowering the bar. I'm just acknowledging we're not getting those old formats, and we gotta just move on from that.
It's not about old formats. It's just about making a good game for me.
Hold on. It's possible we could get them back because they've done it with other game series before.
I would say
a good example.
True that, but it's definitely not anytime soon.
Maybe, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't yell at them until it happens faster. Because if anything, they'll listen to the people if the people talk.
No, yelling at them until it happens is what got us Color Splash. So
all I know is that when the Wii U was out and it was not doing well because they didn't listen, they started listening.
Yeah.
To a lot of things. Like, what did we want? We want more characters in Smash Brothers. Okay, how about Pac-Man? Yes. Okay, how about Mega Man? Yes, more. And that
actually
was
wasn't Mega Man in Wii U, so technically that's
what I'm saying. Wii U.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when they were working on the characters, we were yelling at them that we wanted specific ones. Like Wii U was a big deal. Brawl was the first time that the floodgates were opened because they let Sonic and Snake get in there. They kicked a couple characters out, sure, fine, but they snuck a couple characters in there.
Well, actually, the interesting thing with Brawl was that like the data for Mewtwo and Roy was there in the file, so they were going to come in there. They just ran out of time.
Because they had to put Sonic and Snake in.
Oh no, there's others. To get the rights for Snake, they probably had to jump through a lot of hoops. It's Konami, but like they also had a bunch of they had sticker boards. Build your own stage. They had a trophy setup thing. They had an ability system built in.
They had
a multitude of demos that were basically the full games locked behind the demo screen.
They have an actual story mode.
Oh no, they have a real story. Like if they worked on the Fighters last, I'd believe that. But otherwise, I think that the problem came in and that they thought that they might have just had characters that they couldn't differentiate their movesets enough. And they didn't want more Ganondorf and Captain Falcon sets.
I don't think that's the case because like when you look through subspace, there's a clear core of characters that they're working on, and then post game you had stuff like Jigglypuff and Toon Link as optional unlockables
Right.
to that completely disassociated from the story. So chances are they were working on a core roster, got done with and then while they were working on Subspace, got done with Subspace, and then when the last of the characters were getting filled up, which would have been like Jigglypuff and Toon Link, last on the chopping block was Mewtwo and Roy, and that was when the time was up.
But
Also note that
makes...
Sonic showed up at the last second, so it's clear.
But that doesn't make much sense to me, like design wise, because those are already established characters in Melee.
Well, actually, there was an interview with Sakurai where he said we weren't sure if we were getting Sonic, and that's why he showed up at the last second. So actually, Snake was a given from almost from the beginning. Snake was like their easy catch, and Sonic was the hard one.
I think Jesse went to go look the thing up and just found it.
Probably.
Yeah, because like that was a heavy non sequitur right there to what I was talking about.
Sorry.
But, yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, I would think that Snake wouldn't have been fun to get. Like not like Sora or Sonic or anything, but like they rushed to get Sonic because they promised that people thought he'd be in Melee. Well, they'd been trying to get him in Melee.
One thing you gotta remember is that Sakurai is actually pretty good friends with Kojima, so I think he had a little bit of a friendship boost for getting Snake into the game.
Possibly. I mean, they were only working on Metal Gear Solid 4 at the time. And Peace Walker.
You say only working on Metal Gear Solid 4, which has a full movie in it.
It's longer than a movie.
It's longer than a movie. Well, when you take all the cutscenes together.
They have a cutscene that's 2.5 hours long.
God.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
A lot of information. Dude, like, that final cutscene's long as shit, dude. But, no, they already had the movesets for Roy and Mewtwo, so I guess I'm just like, it would have made more sense to oust a character that they hadn't worked on, as if they had to retexture and they could, like, toss in with the collision detection that was established in the game, because they would have already built the code for a lot of the collision detection, and they might have been able to transmigrate it from Melee over. Because the GameCube and Wii were compatible with each other, it would have been a lot easier at that time too.
That's the thing though, is that like when literally the Melee roster was switched and followed, they were clearly making a lot of changes to the move set. So even if they did just reprint the Melee sense, there was a good chance in development they might have wanted to change something else alongside it.
Maybe. I guess it's just like the only thing that's different with them now that they're an Ultimate is Roy's faster. You know?
Wait, what? Roy?
Like he's still got his basic moves. He's got the slam, you know, that Ike took kind of. He's got the dancing blade. He's got the dolphin splash with a little bit of fire in it. Fine, and he's got his counter.
Dude, they changed up a lot more with Roy than that. They made him run reverse grip. They gave him a whole bunch of reverse grip swings, so that way he can actually make use of his fucking gimmick instead of having the wet noodle.
But the bottom line is there wasn't really enough of a change that it wouldn't take like way less time to work on than just a whole new character. That's what I'm saying. Because like it's less work to just edit an existing character and toss it in when it's already just under-resed than bringing in a whole new character.
I think the problem is Sakurai is the type of perfectionist who would not just accept putting an under-res character and up-resing them.
Oh yeah, straight up. Yeah, like straight up again. Like we literally have 3 revisions of Doc Mario now.
So I think the problem with your thing, Joey, is that Sakurai is just too good for that. He's just too good for that.
Oh, but like that still doesn't deflect from what I said though, because
it doesn't deflect. I'm just saying. Weirdly enough, the less likely and harder option is the one that's probably true because it's Sakurai. On that one.
Well, like building a new character, they'd have to be res to the proper specs anyways. So like you up-res an existing character or tweak their stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of the madness. That's what I'm doing.
And even if we want to argue a tweaking of this thing, then when we go from the melee to brawl characters, we still literally saw revisions in Ganondorf's kit.
Oh, it's so.
Yeah,
You know what?
They weren't great revisions for me.
There's a reason why there's a million Smash Bros. Theory videos about this shit. It's like you just don't know.
The only thing they do is they release the patch notes, and then some people release devlogs, and then you get interviews, and that's what you have to piece this shit together with.
It's pretty fun though.
Oh yeah, no, like that. That's why I'm like, it. Roy, I guess it makes sense because we didn't get his game in America. You know, it didn't make a lot of sense for him to be the character we got, as opposed to because Fire Emblem was coming out here the same time Melee was being announced, and it would have made sense to put Elwood, Hector, or Lindis in here, but they didn't. They wanted Roy, so they put Roy. It makes sense why they would have taken him out because we didn't get his game, and we were a big part of their market.
So, and that's why they put Ike in, because we got his game.
Yeah, we got his game, and it sold nothing.
But at least it's cool. I love his games.
Now that the West wants Fire Emblem titles, now nobody can get Ike's game because Ike's game is literally a grand.
I own it.
I gave it to him for Christmas.
No, you gave me Radiant Dawn. I found Path of Radiance.
The original one,
That's
yeah.
the one. Yeah, I found Path of Radiance for $150.
Oh, lucky you. Now I have neither.
Yeah. That's right. But I was gonna say Mewtwo. It didn't make sense to cut Mewtwo because the moveset Mewtwo had was so different. It was good. Like disable, telekinesis, all those things. That was good. The only thing that was similar to like Lucario, because a lot of people, had the Lucario concept in their brain. The only thing super similar to Lucario really was the balls. Throwing balls at each other.
They're both voiced by Dan Green. Thank you very much.
But even Lucario's ball is different because, like, when you charge it based on damage,
Oh yeah.
It varies in size. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, Lucario's ball can do damage while charging.
Yeah, which is super useful when you have high damage and you just hold it and it's like, fuck off.
Laughs and friendly fire doubles.
Oh man. But yeah, no, fucking I don't know. I don't get why they took Mewtwo out. I get why they took Roy out now that I look at it again.
I do want to point out, and this is a little bit of a non sequitur, but it's about Lucario and the Dan Green thing. Since they're using the Dan Green voice and talking, Lucario is an anime character and not a video game character. Thank you very much.
No, he's a Sonic character. Shut up.
I'm just saying. Goku for Smash. Goku for Smash.
Dude, I saw how they would do that in Flash Smash, and I hate it. I don't like the fact that I don't like any of the moves. Yeah. I don't like Naruto. I don't like any. The only one I actually was kind of like, oh, okay, was Luffy, because his moves were weird enough that it would work in Smash for me. But that's just Lin. Like if he only uses fists or some shit, stretchy arms.
I don't know.
Which Lin's weird to me, by the way.
That's a weird one.
Sorry.
Let's not go into One Piece spoilers or anything right now. Oh wait, Min Min. I was like, the wrong character.
Yeah, Min Min from One Piece. Yeah, no.
Sorry, that rhymes with a different character that I immediately was thinking about.
You already know how far it is. I don't know if Cody knows, is caught up with One Piece, but you already know who that is.
I don't even want to pull the pin on trying to watch One Piece.
It's one of those things you just do. You do it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You do an arc, and then you put it down for a little bit, and then when you want to watch One Piece again, you do it the next arc. You go until you're sick.
Animes, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
That's his approach.
I'm nuts. You watch it until you're sick of it, and then you stop for a year, and then you go back to it.
Yeah, I'm nuts, and I binge watched 1,000 episodes.
Well, I skipped all of the fillers, so.
The filler's part of the best part. That's world building, and it does it well.
Some of the filler is good. I did watch some of the filler, but
Jesse, Jesse, are you a filler file?
Yes.
You hate fillers?
Yeah, I hate fillers.
You hate fillers?
Yeah.
Yeah. But No, One Piece is probably the only anime in which I'm like filler is acceptable with this every time because the island aspect makes it so that they can literally make an entire world each island they go to, and it can be different every single time.
Oh yeah. I think we're since we're talking about something that Cody doesn't know what to talk about, let's go back to Smash Bros.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go on with One Piece because, like I said, it's gonna be hard to talk about One Piece without.
Well,
getting into
I was
spoilers.
just making a little note real quick was all I was doing.
I know, but I can also feel that if this note's gonna explode like it tends to do on this podcast.
It wasn't about to. That was all I wanted to say.
I can feel it.
Yes, Jesse, were you wanting to say more? Is that why you're saying this to me?
A little bit, but
Okay, okay. Don't put it on me. Don't put it on me.
Hey, I said it was gonna explode. I didn't say you were gonna be the one who explodes it.
Okay, well, phrasing. But yeah, no, so like Pokken tournament.
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't able to talk about that on the last podcast because Cody.
Yeah, because Cody, me and Cody were talking on at the end of the Monster Crown one how we wanted to talk about Pokemon. And I was like, oh yeah, we should go on a podcast and talk about Pokemon. And then in between us setting up this podcast, we did a podcast with Joey, and Joey started talking about Pokemon. I was like, oh shit, I gotta wait for Cody on this one because Cody also wants to talk about Pokemon. And it's like, god damn it, everyone wants to talk about Pokemon. And here we are.
Wouldn't you? But yeah, no, fucking Pokken tournament. The second one needs to be a bigger area where you can fly around. It needs to be a 3D fighter.
Oh yeah, DBZ that shit.
No.
Okay, probably more like Naruto Shippuden. Probably a little bit.
I want it to be Tekken-esque, like all that technical shit, but like in a J-Star's Victory Versus-esque arena.
Well, you know, the original Pokemon had the whole flip between the two, so it could be like arena one moment and then it flips to Tekken.
Well, that 2D shit isn't the Tekken part. The 3D shit is the Tekken part because Tekken is 3D. The 2D shit is Street Fighter, Jesse.
Well, you know what I mean.
Tekken's more 2.5D.
You know what I mean.
Dude, no, you can go full circles around that one.
You can have it be more Tekken-y in the 2D sections, 2.5D sections. You can make the 2D sections 2.5D like Tekken, and then have them more open.
If we're going a 2D fighter with technicality, then it'd be Samurai Showdown.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to be able to fly as a goddamn Charizard and then get shot out of the sky.
Yeah, like I honestly want more. I just want more crazy shit going on in there.
Dude,
I mean,
they put so many like bipedal fighting Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I understand why. On the other hand, I want more Chandelure. Thank you very much.
They had a lot of four-legged Pokemon. They had some crazy ones. I don't want all the super crazy ones, but I'll tell you what I do want. I want some baby Pokemon in there because they had none other than Pikachu.
Honestly, the surprising thing is how there wasn't even like one baby Pokemon as
Where
an
the
assist.
fuck was Eevee?
They put Krogunk in later.
Dude, Krogunk's
not a baby.
Krogunk is a man.
He's a small, adorable
He's adorable, but he's not a baby.
He's a bean.
He touches way too many butts to be a baby.
He's a bean. And anything that's a bean is a baby. Thank you very much.
He's not a baby. If you're not an Eevee, you're not a baby. Shut up.
Oh, so
Pachirisu. I want to be able to play as Pachirisu.
Okay.
Be the squirrel boy. Just have a team of fucking Pikachu wannabes going to kill Pikachu.
I'm just saying Muck would control weird.
Muck would control great, actually. There's been a character like that in a fighting game before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, like imagine if like a Lola Golem was in there.
That would be. They'd get some racism calls for that one.
It's a fighting game.
I don't know,
of
man.
course.
Like imagine, like it goes like very fast using like rollout in the 3D section, and then it goes like slow as balls in the 2D.
I would like to also defend. It's not a good fighting game without some of that racism callouts. Thank you very much. It's not a good fighting game.
Tekken didn't really have any.
I don't think like Tekken. I think like the
Tekken
biggest
7 didn't have any.
Yeah, like Tekken doesn't really have that. The only biggest criticisms I've ever seen with Tekken was with Bob, and that's just because and that's just because people are getting tired of lightning bruiser fatties and wanted wanted like slow fuckers that could just like hit hard.
Yeah, they wanted a hoss fight. Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's yeah, and that's been the issue with Bob. But it's like it's not gonna change. You know, Bob's
Yeah,
that
like
way.
it's not. Yeah, like it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. But yeah, like that's literally the worst the Tekken roster has ever really gotten called out for. Is really more so that people are tired of a trend with fat characters.
And Tekken 7 is probably one of the, I'd say it's in the top 5 at least of fighting games. Like it's so famous and popular, and it's still going strong.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
They're still releasing DLC, I think, too.
So yeah, I think with Pokken Tournament, a lot of the Pokemon's movesets were based on Tekken characters' movesets. And I'm just saying, Pangoro and Panda, come on, fuckers, bring it in.
It would be nice.
For real, that was like the biggest missed opportunity.
and then like
Kangaskhan and that one kangaroo, come on, man.
Ursaring and Bear.
Yeah.
Ursaring and Kuma. Yeah. Like they had 2 different types of bears, and they have both the types of bears in Pokemon. Put them both in.
Bears.
I mean, I would love to play as Ursaring and not be useless once in a while, you know?
Actually, I said Kangaskhan and the kangaroo, but Braylon would be good for the kangaroo.
Braylon would be an interesting fighting style because stretchy arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, having like fast action specials with like Mach Punch and whatnot.
Get some of that weird grass stuff and throw some of that weird grass stuff in there, and you'd have a good Pokemon.
See, there are 2 Pokemon games that are side games that I need a sequel to, and it's Pokemon Tournament and Pokemon Conquest.
Oh, I love Conquest.
yeah, we need more Conquest.
Because like,
you know what? It doesn't even have to specifically be Conquest. A new Pokemon strategy game.
No, it has to be Conquest. I want
it has to be Conquest.
You know what? The next Pokemon Conquest is based off of Dynasty Warriors instead of Samurai Warriors. Bring that shit in.
Like they could totally like set it in something like Tokugawa.
Yeah, because bottom line is like, it wasn't just done with Nobunaga. There's a whole other era of fighting with Hideyoshi and Tokugawa that like had to lead into these things. But like, there's ample room for more game.
Oh yeah,
there's ample room, and like Koei Tecmo is not going to be stingy with that. They cross over with anybody. They don't give a fuck. Here, we get money from it. Do it.
Yep. If their conditions for a Pokemon crossover are that they have to star Snorlax as a leading character, they'll fucking do it.
They'll do it. They'll do it.
Listen,
they will fucking do it. I'm still banking on. I want a Power Rangers Dynasty Warriors game, and I still have hope because I know they might do it.
I want a Pokemon
Mighty Morphin
Dynasty
Warriors.
But yeah,
dude,
Power Rangers
totally
would be sick.
And then like you could transform like once your Musu your special gauge fills up, and you can stay in that form throughout the fight.
Oh, don't forget the ultimates where you get to
like,
summon the robots.
And then there's like a super Titan boss that comes off at the end of the level, and you have to build up T meter to set up the Megazord.
Well, dude, get that janky Megazord that's mixed with the various Megazord pieces that you have together, and just throw it at him. Do that.
Yeah.
Make the story the Sentai versus the Rangers.
Yep, and then somehow like four to 5 people have to coordinate beat 'em up combos.
Yeah, we both have. We're all legs. How do we punch? Just kick. Just kick.
It's like we're all leg veins. What do we do? We have no head.
Why are we all Billy? I don't know.
Oh, and then you gotta make the Megazord of all Billy.
It's all leg, Jesse. It's all legs. Or maybe they'll do some janky shit where it's just a big blue Triceratops. Either one's fine. I don't care. Maybe you get the all legs until you unlock the Triceratops Megazord or some shit. I don't know. It could work. That's one that's like an untapped resource. They have one of the greatest recent modern fighting games out already. Why not? Which, by the way, Battle for the Grid is legit an amazing fighting game. Like, upsettingly so. I didn't expect it to be good at all.
Nobody did, but you know, it somehow pulled through.
then they did the right netcode. And they added a bunch of fucking characters, and they did the comic book story, and it's all dark and shit. And I'm like, how did you know this is what I wanted?
They knew what you wanted because that's what they wanted too.
Yeah, no, fucking Saban smelling my farts all day. Stop it. But fucking Pokemon Tournament 2, I'd need to be able to pick a starter. And then I'd need to be able to evolve my goddamn Pokemon. And I need to be able to teach it moves.
You could pick
And
a
they
starter in the original Pokemon Tournament, and then you stick with it throughout the entire playing game, throughout the entire plot, because it's the only one that levels up, and then you can't use any of the others, because then you'd have to grind the other. Sorry.
Jesse, that's not picking a starter. That's picking a character.
I know. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
and then you go up against Shadow Mewtwo, who just binds you with a completely rigged
Oh,
spec.
A Shadow Mewtwo is apparently one of the strongest Pokemon in the canon, but somehow they're relegated to that sphere you just fight in. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Just break it.
Just this Mewtwo starts tripping balls on a crystal, and suddenly he can just destroy the planet.
Yeah, dude, like his Mega Form is even worse. So it's like, what the fuck, man? Why are you relegated to this fighting circle we're in? Just get out and shoot me to death. Weak sauce bastard.
Yeah, like please, like this is the lore version of Devil Jin, yet somehow Charizard ended up being the Devil Jin representative.
Unpopular opinion, I prefer the Fire Flying Mega Evolution of Charizard because it feels like a final evolution for the Mon.
I kind of do too. I'm just not a fan of the black and blue aesthetic on X.
I don't think it needed the dragon typing. Like it's based on a dragon, but it doesn't need to be a dragon.
You know
what I mean?
the
Also,
I think
better.
if dragon typing is fine on it. I just really wish that the color aesthetic wasn't so dramatically different.
It's also the ability. Drought is really good. Especially on a Charizard, Drought is just super useful because you can give it Solar Beam.
Oh yeah.
Like true, but it's like weird for me because I prefer the stock one with solar power over that.
I mean, I always
Be
thought.
careful with solar power Pokemon because like that hurts them, and I'm very I play sustain, so like I play stall teams a lot. So you'll see me with a fucking mons that they don't deal a lot of damage, but they make you deal damage to yourself a lot.
Like true, but this is also Charizard we're talking about. It's not going to survive much.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
Fire Flying isn't a very good typing either.
It's a good typing.
Well,
it's just Stealth Rock's ruined everything.
Well, it's not a good offensive. It's a good offensive typing, but not a good defensive typing.
I think that's almost why I like the Y version more, because it's already a fragile ass Pokemon. You might as well just go all out with the speed and special attack.
I guess.
If it's gonna die in one shot, full health or half health, you might as well go all out.
And I mean, I can't act like my favorite Pokemon even are like viable in those terms either, because like Torkoal, Maractus, and Pachirisu are useless. Pachirisu making it through VGC one time purely because people didn't know what the fuck it was doing until it did it.
Actually, surprisingly, Torkoal gets some decent usage now.
Does he?
Yeah, it's got Drought, so
yeah. I think the big issue is that speed and special defense are a major like weak point that people can just see from a mile away. But like in terms of like Sun teams, yeah, I can see it.
That reminds me, for the longest,
there was a reason why so many people put up with Ninetales and Gen 5 OU not because it was actually a decent Pokemon, but because it literally set up Sun
Well,
without
to
having
be
to
fair,
set
Gen
use
5 was a
Sunny Day.
completely different area because weather teams were way bigger in Gen 5.
Well, I would like to.
But the principles still stand. They literally use one of the worst fire types, which hurts for me to say because I love that Pokemon and still tried to make it work in an overused
Oh, yeah.
environment simply because it had drought.
Oh yeah, it's a major thing. As I said, like the only thing that's changed now is that like weather has been nerfed a little bit. I think it was nerfed back in Gen 7.
Yeah, it's been nerfed so that way it follows the sunny day principle. So like in most so like if you time it appropriately anyway, it's not the huge issue. You just don't have to constantly fight over the weather every 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it's a battle. Like Gen 5 was a battleground with abilities and items and like weather.
Items
Holy
just
shit!
weather.
I mean,
Yeah.
Gen 5 is my favorite, so it's like.
Yeah, like Gen 5's competitive field was stupid, but I loved how stupid it was.
Like I don't like Gen 5's area or map though because it's just a fucking circle.
It's a circle where you only explore half of it. Thank you very much.
It's a circle where it's just a circle. I hate that. I don't. It doesn't tickle my Zelda-itis.
You Zelda-itis.
I need to explore the nooks and crannies, but there's barely a nook nor cranny in a circle.
I probably shouldn't tell you that Gen 1 is just a square.
I don't like it either, dude. It's a buggy mess. How often do you think that I'm gonna enjoy the fact that because of a bug, fucking ghost types are useless because of the fact that Kadabra exists?
Oh. I mean, there's Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Like they can use Explosion. Great.
Oh well. Anyways, I actually think we gotta wrap up here soon. We've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't want to edit this for forever like the last video. So
We didn't take very.
I took forever editing because, well, you know, we actually in the last video we changed subjects quite a bit, so I had to do a lot of pictures. But enough complaining. Hope y'all have fun. Bye.
Yep. Bye.